interview their CEO. Yeah,
Then I'll just make it out of volcanium. What?
I mean, we could stick
Did the
one in
starting
there.
bell already go off?
Yeah.
It did, yes.
Yeah, I just am late. I just came in later.
Get in there, Steven.
Alrighty.
Good luck to you all.
Okay.
I'm waiting for my. I don't even think I think they're gonna show up like an hour.
I like my idea of a volcanium chess piece.
You just want to enact the fucking.
You just want to fucking do a serious Sam and blow yourself up.
Well, yeah. It'd be funny. Wait, why stop at volcanium? Let's just go all the way and do volcanium. Or,
Volonium. Yeah,
I mean,
just make a bigger
yeah,
explosion.
Hold on, how many do I have left I can use for such an occasion?
How many do I have
Let's
left?
see how much more of the resources you have of this fucking season did you have that you probably will not have
He's the
at the
one
start.
Telling everyone, oh, the corp weapons are going away.
Yeah, I mean, it should. Yeah, I don't fucking use
You
them.
could own a private army, dude, in character.
Probably.
You
but I don't want
have
to.
enough resources to do that. You have triple the amount to fund your
I'll
mercenary
let you
company
know.
without any
The
issue.
only Valkyrie equipment I have is I have one Valkyrie sniper that I just made. That's cause I had to use all my materials for it from like a specific special blueprint. And then I got one I picked up off of a body that is unmarked, and I had the second rifle
You're good.
from fucking Brain. From
Either
why am I
way,
forgetting his name?
I say this with as much
Cool.
passion and utmost honesty as possible. I cannot fucking wait when that bloat of yours is fucking gone.
Most of his magic items. I don't use this shit.
No, they're not mostly
I don't know
magic
who to
items.
give it to.
But you have so much ore, so much medical resources. It's
No, I
fucking
gave it away
insane.
already. No, I gave it away. I gave it to Scraptown. I gave like half my
It
inventory to
doesn't
Scraptown
change the
already.
fact your bloat is an issue. Your bloat is a fucking issue.
It's not an issue until somebody tries to rob
Yeah,
me.
you should not be able to incur that much. That's
When we
too
get rid
much.
of the corp weapons, all of your inventory is going with it. How does that feel? We're wiping your entire shit. You gotta start over.
I mean, that wouldn't
No,
be a bad thing.
he can keep his corp. Look, just keep it like official stances. They can keep the weapons, but all their shit is gone. You just gotta fix that shit, and now have fun with that.
You know what? The Scrap Town is gonna start a battle royale, and we're gonna make you fund it.
Fucking stupid tracker.
No, you're gonna have to tell
All of your
to tell
stuff
Mugs to do.
is
Gonna
gonna be
fucking
the loot that we can
tracker.
Oh, then you're gonna fight me for it.
Yep. Everyone against you.
Fucking hate this
Yeah,
stupid
that's
thing.
crazy. Let me see. How much problematic things do I even have? I don't have anything.
It's
usually
more
problematic.
Apex. It's the problem is it's your inventory is the issue. Your inventory in total is
I
the
have one.
issue.
I have one
That
left
is the
I never
problem.
used.
No, you have one. As
What do you
in,
mean?
like,
I've always
2
had one.
sessions ago, you have one.
I mean, I had to
This
make the
guy.
armor. Yeah, I never got the armor done this season until like recently. It was a little late.
I'm gonna
yeah.
fucking-
During the mission, or do you still have it?
No, it's,
I'm gonna
it's down.
fucking-
It's back, but it's down. I got fucking
You have to
blasted
fix
by
it
the
again.
Valkyrie people. Yeah, I gotta fix it.
Rip.
I'll talk to Sarah how much I need to use for that. I got like 10 low tech parts. It's not gonna do anything. It's like me taking apart iPhones.
You misunderstand what I'm trying to say. It's the number of the bloat is the issue, not the quantity of the things you have. You fucking dumbass.
I mean, it's not gonna pretty much stop me at this point. I'm just probably gonna give away my shit. And I'll be
No,
back to
honest to
whatever.
God, that shit's probably not gonna be there next season because that shouldn't carry over.
All I'm saying is, I'm gonna start donating to Scrap Town so at least they're funded. I won't have to worry
gonna
about no other
fucking-
problems.
I'm gonna hurt this stupid tracker. I'm gonna hurt this fucking tracker so much.
So you gotta put it to the
What's it
Scrap Town
doing?
Veterans Fund.
And back to what they were saying. It's not just your inventory.
It's
everybody's
everyone's.
Inventory is a fucking problem at this point.
It's been going on for over a year. It's
It's
been going on for a
reset.
year. I've acquired many
It's fair.
things.
Exactly,
It's like-
but it's getting
there
close to
There
time
should be
for.
a limit
I
what
hate to
you
call it
have.
sunsetting, but we are getting to a point where
It's
people
I
sunsetting.
maxed
will
myself
load
out and like for the shitty things, I
know,
maxed
pick
myself
their-
out for like 30.
pick
Some
their
of them I just have to get away.
Keep them. Yeah, keep their
Keep 'em,
their
fix 'em.
favorites. Everybody gets 5 skill
I just want
points.
plants.
and
Who do
we just
I
go
gotta
from
I
there.
gotta give away all these plants to somebody today. Let me see if I can get in.
I mean, it's
It
based.
won't matter. Even if you give them to somebody.
It's called RP. That's it. Even if they get rid of them, it's fine. I get the RP out of it.
Yeah, don't. It's okay, Fritz. I want to strangle. It's
It's
fine,
okay.
Fritz.
It's
Fritz, I
okay.
want to
It's
strangle
okay.
him too.
But
I
the
want to
thing is,
strangle him as well.
anyway.
Blow it all up this session. Blow it up.
I know, but it's
Blow it
okay.
all up.
I know I can make business deals. If it goes away, I still
Blow
get a
it
net
out,
gain from
honey.
it. They don't get shit.
Okay, no. He's on the right track there. If they're all going in the trash, he can make some fucking political moves
can
by giving
nasty
away his
Disney
garbage
deals.
to people that don't know. Okay, that's
Thank
actually.
you.
See,
Fucking
Leah's
big brain stuff there.
He's good at
Alright.
this sometimes.
Give blood today, free cake pops.
You see, I can make those by myself. Let me see. I got a lot of.
blood back.
Oh God, are you still massaring right now? I can make so many. I can get in so good today.
What? Why are you not
sorry,
showing?
what?
I can
What?
go talk to
Okay.
Masaru. I can go talk to Avalon. Maybe Shimetsu, but
You can
maybe
talk
not.
to whoever the fuck you want.
I can probably get some more shit with Trident.
I'm
Yes.
Masaru. Yes.
All Masaru employees are required to give blood.
Listen,
No
man.
free cake pops.
Ooh, that's really good.
Okay.
Wait, why do I have a phone? I have a radio right here. You could just use this. Wait a minute.
Oh, I need to grab my
Man.
weapon. Ow.
Yeah, get your blaster. Okay, I
I'm gonna
think.
forget
I
that's
think.
there, though.
Yeah, it's up to you. You know.
Mr. Squeaver, are you, on radio yet?
What are you gonna say? What are you gonna tell him?
Yes, but I'm not in session.
I am trying to see when we're going to watch the
Oh
Predator.
shoot, I did not realize. I'll give you a moment to get in.
I'm trying to see if we're.
Robots, man.
God, fucking
I don't think-
stupid robots! I swear to fucking God, just scrap them all. Just scrap them.
Tonight.
Fucking stupid piece of garbage.
I was hoping to see if it was like we were gonna do it tomorrow, but the Predator movie for the Killer of Killers, but Ames can't do anything tomorrow, so we'll see what time is good for her.
You're just gonna force her to watch Predator.
No, she's gonna do it. She already found a place that's you can acquire a stream for the movie.
Okay, uh-huh.
Hold on.
Why am I so short? I'm so used to being tall,
Because he's
and now I'm short. How tall am I?
You're fairly tall, honestly.
It's up to the tallest people.
I mean, he's just Apex. Leah's just a stupidly
This is a
tall
good-
character.
This is a Gears of War
True.
character for a reason.
Yeah.
have a
That's
question.
literally the purpose. That was literally the reason.
What's that?
Should I go
I
in
think
as
this is
this?
how tall I am
Or
normally
should I go in
For rolling?
Hang on.
Probably. You're taller than me.
around here.
as
This feels normal.
I don't know, man. You're whichever works. If you haven't used that one for a while, if you haven't used that one in a while, you go ahead and use it.
I should just walk around in my fucking astral armor for no reason on the epilogue.
Sorry, I'm just
just walk around with my blindfold off.
I do have it. It's just a little shitty. Like I gotta fix the hands on it. I'm probably gonna
Why are
use
you
the
working
best
on your
gears.
ass?
No. Don't worry about it.
You're not a member of Astral though. You're an
It's
associate.
unmarked. Yeah, I stay. I
Yeah,
got my
man,
shit. I
this-
just unmarked it. I scratched that shit off.
Well, all right, whatever. I'm ready to go. I fucking RP kill this. We're just gonna kill him. We're just gonna kill him, Archer. Just fucking kill him. Yeah, yeah.
No,
yeah.
I still have my
Alright, let's do it.
IO win effect. Their honor won't spare it. I haven't done anything wrong.
No, nope, nope. I'm just gonna man this and fucking kill you.
Full inventory on this person. We get to loot them, right?
Yeah, exactly. We get to loot them, and then we get to throw it off the edge in front of his corpse.
Yes. I agree. Give it to the poor.
I always do that. Why do you think I gave it to Scrap Town?
Oh my god.
All right, corp dogs. Jesus Christ, corp dogs. Out of character rupture, you were aware she got beat the shit up last session, so she's probably pretty fucking sore and has some cracks.
Got it.
I'm on site.
Understood, Miss Duskweaver. I shall be, shall I meet you up at the, corporate docks?
Yes, proceed to that point.
Understood. I shall see you there momentarily.
Remember to try and take it slow, man.
Thank you, Scarab. I'll try. So sometimes, you know, my job doesn't allow me to go slow at times.
I understand. Do what you can.
Miss Duskweaver?
Artos?
I should make you aware there seems to be an enhanced corporate presence down here. I have noticed either 3 or 4 extra corporations with personnel that usually do not make themselves known down here. Union, Avalon, Masaru, and I have not confirmed, potentially Valkyrie.
I'm not surprised considering what's been happening.
Aside from that, the one other thing you should know is, the tiefling Miss Develin wants in order to make an order. She asked me in order to get you in contact with her at your earliest convenience.
Very well. We can approach her establishment. That's the case.
Aside from that, nothing to report from the brief period I've been down here.
Good. See to it that we don't have to deal with anything too much. We already have enough on our hands to handle. Yeah, has it been busy?
Drones all over the place. Seems like Trident wants to get their eyes on something today, ma'am. And, Masaru started a blood drive over by Avalon. Says they, get a blood sample taken, and you get a cupcake. Maybe give it a shot.
Oh yes, I'm sure that's all they're interested in.
Not like I care. Don't need cake pops.
Yes, the last thing I would want to do is give my blood freely. Well, let's proceed to Evelyn. Thank you for the update on the streets, then, sir.
No problem. Just doing my daily duty.
You help yourself equipped. Now that you're flashing blood.
Like, they would teach me how to read, but, like, gave me...
Something's going on here. Okay.
We're good.
Listen, Randy. Billy was halfway down the road before he was.
It looked fine to me.
No, I saw what they saw. I saw what you saw, don't worry.
I appear to miss what's going on.
Blood drive.
Your guess is as good as mine, Scarab.
Taller than one myself.
Say again.
Slightly taller than one.
Thank you.
Another one.
Mobile inoculation. Ready.
What drone is this?
Affirmative. Avalon blood collection drone. 32243.
You seem to say
Oh, fell out of my hand. Oh, that's... Wait, what? I broke it. Oh, no, I broke it in my big hand.
Atos, last known location of Evelyn.
Last known location, was right in front of the corporate docks, although that was, quite a while before you had arrived, so they could easily have gone elsewhere.
I see. We'll double around. Keep an eye on the above us, Scarab.
Copy that.
No one here. I'm surprised they haven't gone to full corporate sanction at this point, considering how much outside saturation we have.
I imagine since it's a bunch of relatively small-scale stuff happening from multiple corporations, none of them saw the need in order to, make the announcement.
I guess one could think that is too. I think of it also as possible things that could escalate quite quickly. Depending on how they play it. Exactly, why do you think Masaru is so desperate on getting blood donations? Bit unusual, wouldn't you say?
I may have a theory.
And?
You remember from, last night in the Undercity, in those big, giant tank things that had some blood in them? This is just a theory, but I think that might, they might have gotten that blood from somewhere. Whether that be, Masaru or, they had to have gotten that blood from somewhere, and given the situation of what was happening, it's safe to assume probably magical. So it's either they've got it from someplace of Masaru, or Masaru wants in order to try and double down in making sure that blood becomes a much harder thing for anyone to have, at least of the magical variety. This is all just a theory, though, based off of loose evidence. There is no confirmation of it aside from the stuff you and I have both seen.
Perhaps. Another thing is, well, to those unaware of potentially magical latent abilities, could be another way of Masaru gaining control and tracking you in that case.
That could also be a possibility. But I sadly do not know much about the capabilities of such magical things, so I can only be left to speculate on what it could be capable of.
Blood
I was
is a
just under the
powerful
presumption.
tool for multiple reasons. It
I
can
am
harness the
very
very makings of the person, what makes them dangerous, what makes them tick. Or be a means of control and tracking of those that are latent with abilities.
I am at least partially aware of that, but...
You got company.
Hello, Miss Evelyn.
You want me to give you some privacy?
Oh, yes.
Alright. Could you meet me at the Dirty Diamond later? Come on, Flower.
I was told you had needed me, Miss Evelyn.
Absolutely. Want to talk over drinks? That could have been a bad drop.
Very much so. Until Scarab on me.
Understood.
After you.
Back scratch. Right. Ooh. Are we wanting to stay open at all today, or are we wanting a break day, everyone?
I plan on opening the bar at some point. I recommend that if we, I recommend that the meeting be held in the VIP area.
Oh, absolutely. I assume so. Unless they want to get a room for an additional privacy or such.
I believe we should be... this should be sufficient. I'm more than confident in my security detail.
Inside B. Oh, hello.
Hey,
You want
got a
something?
package?
Want a
Do you
drink?
by chance know where Grin or Maladar? Any of you?
Not where they are right now.
Okay.
Okay. Well, might as well get up to it. I guess suppose into the back. Anything you want to drink? Any of you?
I am fine. Scarab?
And I whiskey would be kind.
Ooh. Understood, understood. Here we go.
Thank you.
Go ahead and get your medicine. Did you go get her medicine for her?
What do you think?
Go on to the back and order.
Is available, just no queues. They do not work
Pardon
well
me.
with my systems. You know, you would know better on how many times you've had to clear it out.
Just give them a second.
It appears you have company, so you might have to have one of your associates attend the bar.
Oh yeah, no. She's just gonna go take her medicine and then she can handle the bar.
Though rest assured,
So?
I can personally assess both my synthetic and my security, well, new squad lead's abilities as far as protection.
Oh. I see. Well, hello, hello.
If you'd like to go elsewhere, how about a shooting date?
Greetings.
You good for the bar?
If you would like to attend, there is someone at the bar.
Wallflower. You good for the bar?
I can man. Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
You
We're gonna head
ready?
on back.
Could I just get,
Hmm.
2 light
That should be
drinks,
fine, yeah. Go ahead.
That have a good
Say howdy
taste to
here.
them. Anything you'd recommend that's bottled so we can take it out?
Sure.
Welcome, welcome, you two. Well, 3 in this case. My apologies.
After you.
Sit comfortably where you'd like. So, I'm currently in the market to purchase a Shimetsu rifle.
I see. Pardon me, did my cord not fucking healed up?
Unfortunately, I still have to arrange a meeting with Gekyu before I get the defense contract fully operational, so... But that is still what we've chosen to do, whenever the papers are ready. I just gotta have one last meeting to sign it over, and we're pretty good for that. But in the meantime, I figured a rifle would also be useful for when things do tend to go crazy.
Understandably so. Yes, I can easily facilitate that, and obviously talks about security can be discussed later.
Overall, though, nothing special. Standard rifle. They have the materials already. I was curious as to when it could be done.
I would say with a relative expediency. Things may be hectic here, but production of equipment has been halted.
Any estimated time? A day?
I'd say within a day or two.
Very well.
That, of course, you can, if there's any parameters to include as far as foregrips, stock, rifle, things like that, to tailor to the user itself.
You just want to be able to fit my size. Don't want anything too special.
Very well then. Then that is quite simple. Then all you need to do is transfer the materials to me, and I can arrange to get the equipment prepared and the payment.
We can bring them in here if you'd like, or you can get handed them on the way out. Your choice.
It is fine. Just see to it gets delivered by the end of the day, before I return to the offices.
Very well. I'll send a word when the materials are fully collected. They'll be delivered to you today.
Indeed. Although I have to wonder. Things have been rather interesting out there. A lot of corporations rather busy. May have you things gone into your ear, Miss Evelyn?
In terms of it, I know who to ask. Getting them by themselves has been the only issue. But that's a matter of time.
Well, I suppose as merely inquiring if there's any insight you have to what's going about. Always good to be aware of what's around you.
If I were to take any assessment of the situation here, Avalon has increased their forces, watches, as well as operations within here more than anyone else has for a little while. And don't think the abundance of different new mounted security, comparatively to what we know would have happened before, is not noticed. They have literally another corporate dock right there, of different variety of colors as well. I believe a magic variety, the purple.
A magic variety? Rather unusual.
I'm not
Wait,
sure. Again, it was
you
just
sure
by
it's are
passing
you
by
sure it's
I've
Avalon
noticed.
that seems rather out of their scope?
I'm not how do I best put this? The only thing that I can tell is the fact that Avalon has increased their productions quite a bit, both in security, people visiting, as well as, well, how do I best put this? The man who used to run the establishment itself. I know that you're very well acquainted with him.
Yes, Agent Sloan.
Yes. I know that he probably doesn't run it anymore.
Well, he is head of security, although as you're I'm sure more than well, the one who has actually been pulling the strings with Avalon recently has been one Dr. Hofstein.
Indeed. And from what I can tell, if he just simply wanted to do his job there, he would not have as much of abundance there as he does. There's something here that interests him. There's something that he's trying to establish here. And you don't just go to the road to do shit without reason.
A man like
I think he
Hofstein.
wants privacy for something.
True. A man like Hofstein is not one that does anything through idle interest. He does things with a purpose.
Understood. Sorry, got informed of something.
Oh. 'Tis fine. But yes, no, Hofstein indeed has, interests. To be sure.
He does. Overall, though, I have my methods of figuring things out. It's just a matter of the fact that I have not decided to do so because I have not gauged the level of risk that information, as well as the attempts would cause. You see, I don't think he's as negotiative as anyone else would be. He seems like, how do I best put this? He'd shoot first. Very
I would
easy
say
for
that would be a
dog.
wise assessment as far as that. As a token of respect due to our continued dealings, Dr. Hofstein is very much one that it is by his whim or no one's whim.
An ego, to be sure.
Yes, there's a way to deal with him through business, but he is a very principled man in the way he believes things. There's a delicate way to approach him, and one that a great many cautiously bumble into.
The best way I can assess it. He has plans in the road that he wishes to keep quiet. my assessment is the fact that he's trying to even probably keep this at least a little secretive from his own companies.
I'd say that'd be pretty astute. Also, to be fair as well, he's not the biggest fan of demi-humans or inhumans as well. He's a very much one of those... How do they go, Scarab? Human superiority?
Human supremacist, that is correct.
As veritable as I would like to trust an establishment here for medical uses, there's been a reason as why I've docked myself more towards Scraptown's medical services. I didn't trust it. And simply put, I don't like the idea of me having to have a device put into me during surgeries. So I had to stock my cards where I could. Right now, I think the Undercity would be the best place to actually put our values in terms of just having a doctor around. So I have my own private doctor for such things.
An understandable concern from the reasons you have given.
Yes.
But you asked for information and juicy details, not necessarily for my, advice of such things.
Well, as they say, it's good to keep one's ears about and be able to stretch one's web a good deal.
I agree. I have
After
things
all,
in regards to Valkyrie, and I have things in regards, at least a little bit, on what I could do with Avalon. But at the moment, you could say the fact that I'm trying to gauge where the interests for my brothel is best aligned before anything can be done. After all, without a contract to help defend it from such influences either, I would simply be shooting myself if I tried to act in any way.
That is the most wise choice, at least in your decision, I would say. Best not jump to any conclusions or decisions and to have all your cards on the table. A very shrewd business practice.
Such things, thankfully. Overall, though, my question to you is, where is your nose directly pointed at? Where would you like interest to be met towards?
I suppose it depends on the subject. I like to be aware of around me, whether it be my competitor or things that could be useful.
Scraptown's in the most dangerous position it's ever been. Valkyrie influence has actually increased in the local area more than it ever has. I can only imagine the varied amount of reasons as to why Valkyrie would want Scraptown in the position it does, and why they would choose to aid in, gangs in the outskirts rather than the safety of a town.
Is there a reason you're back here, Mrs. Stone?
I don't mind your company.
If you don't mind, I will take a seat.
Go ahead. I believe you might know each other.
Oh yeah, of course.
But yes, that's what I've deduced. Valkyrie has had heavy activity. Scraptown's in the worst position it's ever been. And if I'm being honest, I'm more curious as to why Valkyrie would actually induce themselves to try to actually go with bandits, rather than invest into town at all.
That is a very interesting idea. I guess it depends on how well it goes. From the sounds of it, was a business decision. At the very least. I can't exactly fault Valkyrie as far as funding these bandits with weapons if they can provide the payment. Naturally, Shimetsu would be in this very similar situation if we are off of that. We are obviously a weapons dealer, arms, and technology company. So, the sale and acquisition of weapons is something that we don't mind. What the weapons end up being used for ultimately doesn't matter too much.
I think Valkyrie was trying to get a new team to do their dirty work. And that's why they did it.
Yes.
Without having direct corporate, dealings, quote-unquote. They're just a bunch of bandits, after all, who took her tech. Why should they have their hands in it? That sort of thing.
I don't mean to interrupt, Evelyn. You know that guy that, you saw earlier up there where you're like, oh, yeah, he's new? Yeah, I may or may not have offered him a job, and he wants to talk to us both. Can I get an ETA on this meeting? I don't want to interrupt it, but
Give me 5 minutes.
let him know. He's really eager.
Tell him we can have a drink then. I don't get disrupted from my meetings for anything. But yes, that's I think what I've so far deduced in terms of why they were involved. And Scraptown's current position.
Yes. Well, I can say this at the very least without going into too much detail. I guess you could say, interests in Scraptown do correlate. There's a certain level of interest that when Scraptown that I am waging that is in my best interest to keep secured and within my purview.
Then the thing that I can definitely tell you is something in Scraptown needs to change, or it will destroy itself. They can't afford too many more battles like this. They really can't. They don't have the means, they don't have the continued supplements for things like this to occur more commonly. Sure, yeah, the bandits are done. But what other influences could be involved? I don't know. And right now, it's been in recovery for the longest time because it's continued skirmishes. I don't even know if its medical facility is fully operational yet, let alone anything else that damage has been caused from the bandits. Without more continued support, I think it will crumble. It needs outer influences to help it. Right now, anyways, until it can get back. Really?
The clinic's already operational again.
Well, that's good to know. But my other statement, is it incorrect?
I don't entirely believe that it'll crumble, at least in its current state, no.
So it can handle another battle then?
Yes. I'm going to level unless something I'm missing something. Injury sustained during the bandit skirmish of, our...
I'm hearing gunshots.
Recovery.
Could you check that? Well, if what they say is true, then mayhaps Scraptown isn't as hopeless as I thought it was. Their arrangement in terms of how leadership is handled is the biggest issue.
Oh, that we're in agreement. Oh, that we're in complete
They don't
agreement.
They
Go
don't
ahead.
respect leaders, they're out for their own interests, they're self-servant, and they tend to cut in their own deals, which also fuck around with the entire other town's members. I cannot account. How many people have made their own assessment of deals that mess with another member of the town?
And respectfully so, my assessment of the mass specs. They seem to have the town in their interest there, however, they need to be very careful who they poke. They made it clear that they don't want to deal with corporations. But Scraptown exists for a couple reasons. To be off the radar, for those that don't want to be around, and those that want to be seen. And if they really want to mess around with things.
The damage in and of itself to other places would actually be something we should take into account. Scraptown is pretty much, how do I best put this? A waypoint for the Undercity and the route eventually. What happens in Scraptown Falls? People flood into the Undercity. There's not enough room in the Undercity. And problems happen there more currently. How is everything?
Fine. There's nobody nearby or in the adjacent area where I believe that's occurred.
Before I continue, I do want to hear them out again, though. You seem to have more insight in terms of Scraptown than I thought. In terms of, well, me anyway.
Yeah.
Could you inform me?
Yeah.
What is Scraptown's best condition?
It isn't in the greatest condition, that's for sure, but it's definitely not on the verge of crumbling by any means. Benny is gone, that much is true. But
Attention. Corporate sanctioned presence is now in effect. Please cooperate with corporate personnel. Corporate sanctioned presence is now in effect. Please cooperate with corporate personnel. Failure to comply may result in arrest.
right. So, yeah. Benny's gone, as far as I'm aware. He left.
Attention. Corporate sanctioned presence is now in effect. Please cooperate with corporate personnel. Failure to comply may result in arrest. Attention. Corporate sanctioned presence is now in effect. Please cooperate with corporate personnel. Failure to comply may result in
For the future as well.
arrest.
We seem to have aligned interests.
Yes. At the very least, we do have mutual interests within the respective area.
Right. To make sure everything's okay. Wish I would have gotten that rifle sooner. Well.
Excuse me, Miss Duskweaver.
Yes.
Moment of your time if you have it.
Sure.
Would you like to use the room?
Mm-hmm.
If I could have you join us.
Sure.
Artos, assist Scarab in his scouting.
Understood.
I heard the announcements. Could you keep an eye out on things? I want to make sure this is a safe place in case people need it. This is a strange day already, it seems.
Yes, quite alarming multiple corporate presence alerts. One can only
noticed it a
imagine
little
the...
Earlier, as I've said, there's been presence from multiple, just outside as guards. I didn't think that something would spur off, though. Take a seat. Hopefully it's big enough.
Miss Duskweaver.
Yes.
Threat condition Alpha.
Be advised, Trident is performing interviews for some unknown reason.
keep your mouth shut while I asked you a few questions. Noticed me in the crowd right away. Picked me out, wanted to speak to me. Who are you?
Where are you holding?
He's holding like right below the chin, but he's got a good grip on your collar.
It's part of my job to take notice of new people for the protection of the row. You're new, you're tall, you're big.
Keep an eye out on them. Report anything that comes up.
Excuse me for a second.
This place is a safe haven. I keep it that way. You think trust just goes immediately? No. Trust is earned. Neither of us have earned it. One thing that I've always wanted. Safety. Not just for myself, but the things that I care about.
Very good.
That's hard to get, wouldn't you say? We don't all get to choose what cards we start with, do we?
What are you doing?
No.
What is he doing?
I'd recommend letting me go. So, clearly you know her. Is there a story here that I should be making aware of?
Retired ex-mercenary. Used to do jobs for Mishimetsu. Now I'm on the run. Wanted for murder, several other things.
I see.
As I said earlier, my web goes many directions. This is one of them.
And you wanted to have a job here? Or was that just a cover?
Maybe a bit of both. I didn't expect you to be enthusiastic about meeting new people. Call it coincidental.
I guess a bit of paranoia goes a long way for your self-defense.
When you've lived the life I've lived, yes, it does.
I'd advise lowering the blade, Wallflower.
It's okay, Wallflower.
Normally, when a soldier draws their weapon, they intend to use it.
So, Reaper, could you please?
I like that look in your eye. Keep it.
Alright, so this is an interesting introduction to things. Shall we get started more properly?
My name is James Harper.
Mr. Squeaver, be advised, it seems that you tried in charge are going to be coming down to the Dirty Diamond if you are still down there. They seem to be doing interviews on the Union's recent announcement for the Undercity.
I would offer my services if you would be happy to have someone else keep the gate secure. But it seems you've already got quite a few people to do that.
Acknowledged.
We're always looking for hands-on for here, especially when others can be so busy with other works and such when they need to survive. Always good to have more people.
Be advised, you may have Avalon poking about her asking inquiries about the Union's rather bold announcement for the Undercity. So I would advise maybe having people to Skirmish them in the front.
Wallflower. I don't need 2 guards here. We need to make sure this place is safe and secure, especially if people need to duck and cover here. Choose one to stay here, but everyone else needs to be up and manned. Like I said, this place is made for safety. This is comfort, privacy, and safety here. Anyone who works here upholds that to the highest degree that they can.
Do you allow anyone looking for a fresh start?
There's been a few people here who have, and have obtained from working here. You start on as an entry, and you have our full support after a few days. Depends on if
I
you
have
can manage
no
the job.
ID, no materials of my own, small residence in Scraptown. But I have no history here, specifically.
Then you'll be paid in physical credits, until we can help you get one. Of course, it's worth the investment. Unless you find work elsewhere, it should be fine.
You're bending over a lot for someone you don't know.
Like I said, I established this place for a reason, so I can hold my ideals in safety. Anyone who intends to stay here is a part of here. And I don't mistreat my people for anything. Brothel crew is for brothel crew. And that is how I run it. So everyone here will run it. You prove that you're worth the time and that you intend to stay. You receive our assistance. That includes whatever connections we can make to help you, as any other member would do for here.
When can I start?
It looks like we may have to have you today.
I'll need a weapon.
You can borrow one of ours. Wallflower. Do you know if we have any in excess or storage? Part of me really wishes we would have gotten this contract settled by now. I didn't expect anything to happen.
Indeed. Times seem to be rather unfortunate and inopportune.
So, I think I can already assess some of your specialties. Anything I should know about in terms of skill sets?
Used to be a rifleman.
Good. I'm gonna have to learn it. How do you feel about teaching?
I can do it. I've taught quite a few youngsters in my day.
I think I want a few people here to help learn it.
I'll keep that in mind.
Otherwise, big brawling.
CQC isn't my specialty, but I'm not exactly weak in it either.
Another question, this is the most important one. I'm not gonna call you a liar, but if we are to actually do everything we can, I need to know. Is anyone personally after you? What am I to expect?
I mentioned that I was a man on the run, wanted for murder and several other things. Shimetsu has a bounty on my head.
Wow. Understood. That's something we can work
Eric
around
is
now.
currently grabbing something for him.
Understood. It'll be here soon.
As Madame Dustweaver said, her web runs deep.
Seems we are not so different.
Indeed it does.
Well, I suppose. Any questions you have? I'll be open this time.
Not now, no. But if I think of anything in the future, I will let you know. In the meantime, however...
Alright. Your name, how would you like for it to be saved? Is it just something I can casually call you, or do you prefer a moniker of some kind?
James will be fine until you think of something else. James Hopper is my full name.
Alright, James. You'll have to meet the rest of the staff soon, so that they know that you're at least an entry-level worker. Hello?
I'll make it happen.
Alright,
If
I might as well get...
If I might have a moment alone with these two, I'll regroup with the rest of you outside.
Of course. Let's give him some privacy.
Artos, watch the front. Make sure.
Would you mind helping us make sure this place is secure?
I shall until Miss Duskweaver is done with her meeting.
Understood.
I had to be sure. I apologize. Hearing someone get excited and wanting to speak to me, despite the fact that I'm not well known, is a bit of a security risk. Not something I could risk myself.
You don't say.
No, that's completely understandable, David.
Yeah, unfortunately. It's small, quiet enough, out of the way. Most corporates that come down here get drunk and don't think twice. It should serve as decent cover for now.
Exactly. I can't say for certain if she is... I can say that her action aims, at least amicable to mutual interests. So in that part, at least we have some assurance there. Time shall tell if it's something that we can risk, but for the moment, yes, this is a good point. Get drunk, and may actually slip things too. It's a brother after all.
Perhaps we can keep a point of contact here then. Anything I overhear, I can always make reports.
Of course.
You know our channels. Feel free to reach out.
I'll need a new code name. Something to slip under the radar.
I mean, your name is Hopper. Why not keep it Hopper?
Suppose I could.
Indeed, should work.
Hopper it is. Alright.
Now be careful, though. Know that you're willing to... Know that I appreciate the help you have to offer, David, but do not... Make sure you do not compromise yourself. The last I know of which is make sure... Shimetsu to get word of where you are.
Right. Wouldn't want Shimetsu knowing exactly who I am and where I'm at.
Yeah, it's rather ironic coming from me, but you know, I'm more than just blind loyalty.
I'm well aware, madam. Although, it may be best to keep your droid away from here.
Yes. For now, I think that's quite right. I'm trying to keep as much people in the dark as possible. Only those that absolutely need to know.
Letting you both know, I'm walking up.
We'll see how long this
It
lasts.
might be a little big, but would this work?
A little big is an understatement.
It's powerful, though.
This craftsmanship. Who made this?
Like I said, the people here have a veritable amount of skills.
I recognize that sigil. Out of character, is this Riggs?
It's Riggs' revolver. It's one he's made.
This is the late Benjamin Riggs.
The ex-sheriff.
Yes. Wherever he decided to wander off to in the waste.
Interesting.
At the very least, we'll make do with what we can for as long as we can. Miss Evelyn has vested interest in keeping Strapcon secure. And as long as you're there, I will endeavor to make sure that your safety is assured.
I suppose I got lucky running into her then.
Yes, so we're fortunate that our interests mutually align. So hopefully it can be a beneficial partnership.
Indeed. Feeds everything into one large loop. Well, I suppose I should get started on my new job.
That you should, Mr. Hopper.
Keep her safe.
No question.
I'm still not used to those giant platform heels.
Yeah,
Is
you
this
put
Weaver?
a little bit to work.
I do believe at least we've resolved any dealings we have over here.
I see. I'm assuming that things went were exceptional.
Yes, quite. Your delivery will be handed to you within shortly, and we will discuss matters later.
Just a little bit.
You'll be okay.
You as well, Miss Evelyn.
I'll get the door for you.
Thank you, Gareth. Also, out of character, Gareth, she still has cracks and shit on her from the Undercity assault, just so you know.
Okay. Have a good day.
Looks a cred set.
Mm.
Thank you for your patronage.
We still have
Well.
one guest inside.
I will
So-
say, it seems as though the person. Oh,
Go ahead.
apologies.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, it seems the person who I thought was associated with Valkyrie was just a misunderstanding on my part. Might be Valkyrie tech that they're wearing, but given the fact they're looking for a job here, they're probably not working with Valkyrie. At least not in any ways that we should worry about.
No, I think you're correct as far as that assessment.
You see the ducks?
Can't see that, dude.
It's like on, see like the floor. Oh.
I'm confused.
You and me both.
Quite a commotion out here. From I heard. Hey, Mr. Colton.
Wouldn't know. I just got back.
Oh, I see. It seems like all the show was missed at this point.
What happened?
I don't know. I had to go deliver some mail.
Barone. You probably got a beastie running around, so I gotta go figure out what the hell that is.
Quite simply put, quite a lot of corporate present activity.
Yeah.
Try to interview
Might be a
people.
rogue runaway experiment from Shibetsu. You never know. I'll go figure this out.
Are you... Wait. Are you talking about that synthetic that you... Was it a synthetic with, like, silver...
Hmm?
Maybe. Something broke into that meat shop and started eating, so whatever it is, it's possibly organic.
Was it like kind of tiny and silver and like a puddle?
I'm sorry, what does that concern, Shimetsu?
Don't know.
I...
We just witnessed something in the church.
Yeah, it was about
weird.
like almost 15, 20 minutes ago.
Probably longer than that.
No,
There was
it's
like a
not a good
synthetic
thing.
drinking something and then just crumpled to the ground.
Yeah.
Scav, are you aware of any dealings in the area?
Negative. No reports so far.
Should we go and check that area out to see if any signs of what it could have been?
Yeah, there's still the scrap metal from the synth dropping to the ground.
Well, lead the way. And this anomaly thing you identified, what was it, synthetic in base, or did it look biological?
It looked more synthetic in base, from what we can tell. I did scan for magic, there was no magical residue. So in here, you'd actually see the, it's probably best to call for Fritz, because Fritz was the one that was doing it. I'm calling the roll question.
Okay, you're calling him? Alright.
Yep.
Alright.
You probably see a silvery trail. I'm not sure. Something. Just gotta wait.
Yeah, give him it.
Like the creature itself, it looked more metallic, but it did have like this weird, from what I could tell, like a weird shadow mist coming out from the interior.
A weird shadow.
There
You
was
sure it
no-
wasn't smoke from overheating?
It could have
You
been
sure it was
smoke.
mist? Hmm.
But
If
all I
it-
know is that it was like a all I saw was a little purple to it. I only saw it for a brief second because we turned. It was me and Mara. We were over here. We were talking, and then we saw it rush in here, stand in there, start drinking something, and disappeared.
Hmm. You said earlier it had there was no magic residue that you could find.
Yes, there was no magical residue.
Hmm. Then that leaves me two options of either synthetic or some organic that doesn't have magic traces, whether it be cybernetic or just some just natural born organic without magic, like the person down in Scraptown, Miss Rivale, I believe her name was.
Hmm.
If it.
Oh yes, that is the animated slime creature.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hi, Explorer.
Hi, Explorer.
Fritz would know this question, since he was doing the SCP for it. Yeah, he was some type of, like, I think synthetic. Had the silvery liquid and all that. And it's probably best for him to explain, because there's probably still a trail of silvery liquid. I'm just not
how we
completely
doing?
sure. Hi, Fritz.
Hi, we're looking into whatever this thing was, or whatever trail and stuff was
Oh.
leaving.
Yeah, this is a pile of bone and scrap metal and feathers and synthetic parts, rope. Like it's just a bunch of old parts.
Hmm.
And there's like, is there like a silvery liquid that they mentioned around
No,
there, like
that
a
rolled
residue?
away.
That rolled away?
No, that rolled away. It's gone.
Fritz, looking through this, am I able to find anything that would look like a tech part of any sort?
That's a great. I'm so glad you asked that question. No.
Oh.
No.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
No.
No
No
tech
tech.
parts
No
to
tech parts. No silicon boards. There's no.
Just a bunch of junk and feathers and shit like that?
Yeah, it's junk and rope and bone and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Yes,
Mr.
sir. Yeah.
Squeezer,
Go ahead.
I'm looking through this. Looks somewhat like a synthetic, but I'm noticing a lack of a lot of the main parts. And not in a case of they were there but destroyed, but like they were not there to begin with. I think this.
It seems like more like a mess amalgamation of materials and components that are completely inert. Not seeing any circuitry, nothing, ropes,
Yeah.
feathers. You're certain this look. You're certain this look like it's synthetic in base, because whatever that is, there hardly has any evidence of being a synthetic.
You think whatever that silver thing they referred to could have stolen parts of it, like for whatever reason?
Whatever the silvery liquid went, it went through the vent, but I thought that would have left a trail.
Hmm.
We only saw this thing for like a brief moment, so it looked like a synthetic when we saw it.
Hmm.
But if that's the case, it doesn't have any the components, and I detected no magical residue in it. I'm kind of stumped.
Perhaps this was just a meal. Nothing that was part of the unit itself was left behind.
It just came here for a snack, and then got away.
Perhaps it used maybe whatever the components it has as far as sort of an energy transfer.
Possible.
Hmm.
Maybe we should ask around, see if anyone else had some sightings.
Yes. I suppose there's a chance the liquid itself could be in synthetic in base. However, maybe a bit of an offshoot, non-traditional, some sort of mayhem. Exactly.
Okay.
I guess we best start looking around.
Indeed.
Yeah. Might want to talk to Sloan. Him and I guess whatever operative he's running around with is just taking up the task of looking into this. Well, giving you both cooperation might work out.
Very well.
Separate.
Sounds like a good place to start.
Don't got much of a description of whatever the hell it is, but I'll keep an eye out.
Indeed.
Even the Union Police decide to show up. Don't know what they're gonna do, but at least they're paying attention.
The Union.
Not necessarily a good sign.
Possibly, but you know, everybody's here. You know, Valkyrie's having a drone flying around.
So it would seem.
All we're missing is Traverse, wherever the hell they went. I can't tell if this is an animal or something smart, so for now, I'll have to just keep my eyes open.
Strange synthetic, purple lungs, ribcage, humanoid-esque.
I'm waiting for Sloan, but I put a piece of glass, a plate of glass with a piece of the metal and meat it was eating on that table. I should be there for if they need that.
Oh, they're there.
Investigating.
What do you know? That was that machine.
Greetings.
I hear you're looking into this, I hear you're looking into this unknown sighting.
Yes. Have you heard about the infection?
No, I haven't.
One moment.
Yeah, just so nobody actually touches it on accident.
Make sure you take proper protective equipment first.
We're trying to put something on our microscope for either one of you. Small plate of glass on the what is it? Reception room table. Chunk of meat and some of the faceplate for a data pad.
Remember, make sure you guzzle up your juice before they evaporate. That way you can drink even more.
Apologies. Currently have the Astral team on the trail.
I see. Yes, we're looking into it. Potentially there might be a technology connection to it. Whatever it was, it gave off no magical signature from we could tell. So that only leaves two other options.
I can't say too much on the subject, but it appears to be some sort of nanites that consume metal.
Nanites.
Do you know its origin?
Highly recommend. It It does appear that it is from a particular individual that has been skulking about that seemed to be infected with it initially. They have been leaving lots of scratch marks and marks around the row.
And do you have a description of this individual?
They appear to be synthetic-like in nature, though it's hard to tell completely. They seem to have a glowing purple hue in their chest region and a skeletal-like appearance with a sort of beak-like helmet.
And you mentioned some sort of infection. Elaborate.
Yes. It appears that this individual is infested with some form of nanite.
Please be advised, damages results while deploying.
That confirms our suspicion.
May be met with lethal force.
Right.
If you do encounter them or any sign of infection, keep any metal away from it. Make sure you use proper equipment, something like rubber.
I see.
It appears that high voltage and high heat both can kill the nanites.
Plasma.
You know what that thing sounds like?
What thing?
High heat.
Thing was, you know what it sounds like? Hearing some strange noises in the sewers.
That could be it.
I'll find someone to go out down with. I'm not gonna go down in the sewers by myself. That's overly reckless. I'll go see if I can gather some folks.
Very good.
Well then, if that's the case then, technical assessment. When encountering the creature, you neutralize at range, and you utilize plasma with high heat as a high heat energy source.
Understood, ma'am.
Understood. Well,
It is
probably also use
unconfirmed,
my, I could probably also use my flamethrower to deal with it if it's got higher heat than the plasma. So it should work
as long
a
as
bit
it
better.
burns hot enough. Is unconfirmed, but there is also the potential theory that the nanites can feed off of blood, the iron inside of it. Do be careful about getting it on your skin.
That makes dealing with this threat rather difficult then.
Indeed. My proper protective equipment is going to be essential.
Quite.
Perhaps
And if you
biohazard suits would be the most appropriate. Non-metal, plastic, ethanol, synthetic material, likely organic.
Agreed.
I have notified the Union, but it might be a better idea if I get some actual Avalon teams down here, much better equipped and better trained.
Indeed.
Yes. And if you engage in caution is definitely advised. If these things are indeed nanites, we don't know exactly how quickly they reproduce or replicate. If one
My
nanite...
biggest fear.
Exactly, if only one night survives, it should have the capability to reconstruct itself, theoretically.
If our concern is replication, we may want to identify the source as well. Unless they replicate from themselves, in which that's a whole nother matter.
I don't believe they'll be able to replicate by themselves.
Or perhaps
Need, it's just a theory, but I think they might be needing other resources to replicate. Can't generate something from nothing, and would explain the recent events that we saw.
Well, yes, of course. Think back. Explain the reason why it needs to consume metal or blood of iron, potentially blood from iron energy source.
In the case we made a idea. Apologies. Continue.
It probably needs specifically those resources in order to reproduce or replicate. Other resources probably don't mesh very well or it has difficulty dealing with, like certain plastics, as you said, probably would fall apart before it can have any substantial nanomachinery made.
Well, at the very least, we have at least a theoretical, tactical assessment of what we may be dealing with.
That will do for now. However, in the case that we may not be able to destroy the unit, we may want to try and gather a sample of the nanite material. Hopefully we can study it further. That's obviously Avalon's department, but I'm sure we can help with the diagnosis, considering Shimetsu and our specialties.
Exactly.
Technology.
Indeed.
Unless there's some unknown goal, I believe me doing any sort of involvement with it up close would be a poor decision based off the current theories.
Agreed.
Sadly, I would have to leave it to either of you two or any other non-synthetics who decide nor to help out.
Agreed. It'll be too much of a lost investment if you lost functionality.
Chemical hands.
Yeah, he walked off. Probably upstairs.
Oh, there you go. The church.
Anyways, I highly doubt the Union's capable of dealing with this.
If they try, they'll just make it worse.
No. What a bad day for Specs to go missing. I could use her goddamn day.
It's been identified in the church.
Oh.
Scare upon me. Antos, stick to the rear.
Understood.
With you.
If I give a signal, it'll probably be pretty obvious. I'll likely be using more heavy ordnance.
Be aware that high voltage and high heat take care of it.
I mean, plasma is something.
Plasma it is.
Hyperbird. Well, I don't want to be in the way of that thing if it comes barreling through.
Contractor for this, but I'll be right here when somebody gets in.
Have you worked with somebody in the past? Now then, if that's the case, I mean, not seem hostile yet. You seem to be very open to questions. I would not wish to be touched. I cannot. I will give you my promise that I will not touch you. Do anything that touches. I will have my distance. I came to bathe. I like to meditate. I would like to continue. Then for the sake of it, so these things do not become more problematic, we will allow you for more meditation time, around 10 more minutes, and then we will... You think a single electromagnetic pulse finish me? I'll kill you. You and you two cooperate. I will not cooperate. I have cooperated long enough as choose, and if you wish to sleep and meditate, so be it. But we do need to have questions answered. Are there any questions you all have? Our friend over here has said he's not aggressive. Would be good to have question now.
He's gonna go completely inert and fold up into a little ball of metal right here and just kind of sit here. I have a lot of shit piling up, but I do want to keep this scene going. I wouldn't mind it, but
Sure. All up to you.
I would say just maintain a quarantine for now.
Looking at the time specifically, for the questions that are needed, if questions need to be answered, you get 5 minutes. Enjoy them as much as you can, but after that, our time is valuable.
Anything to report on that? Any of the words that were said by it or anyone nearby, so.
This space seems to be speaking about other machines, other things related.
Does it consider itself some sort of religious zealot?
It appeared to be somewhat the case. Whatever.
Just gone then, for now.
I think other characters I can evolve since like Fritz is in there, but yeah. It's like at the very least. It shouldn't be walking freely around there.
So what do we do from here then? Just wait until they make a move?
Let Astro make at least deal with the brunt of this for now. But if it calls for and he becomes hostile, neutralize it.
We'll do what we can.
So I don't have a pocket for this, so you can hold on for this and I'll just...
Alright.
I'll just keep in mind that you have...
I have to help Darren bring over the blockades for the location, so we can get the quarantine started.
I have to assist Daisy in restraining, so I will be back.
Yeah, you're fine. You're
Ooh, they're coming out.
It appears that the thing was not openly hostile for the moment.
For the moment, at least.
We're just maintaining quarantine until better equipment can get here.
Let's go before
Right.
worry about winter.
No one shot it yet.
It's
Not
amazing.
yet.
New
I
record.
can't imagine it will do too much.
Many of us are equipped to deal with it at the very least. Plasma energy.
Yes.
Indeed. At the moment, it's important that we keep an eye on the thing and keep a quarantine zone.
So should we go keep an eye on the rest of the row so nobody makes off with everything while everyone's here?
Might as well, yeah. Don't have fun. Good luck with bird thing.
Indeed.
Don't get eaten. Talking to you, Miss Sins. Don't get eaten.
What were you
It
saying,
seems.
Doctor?
So kind of.
Still, looked rather strange. I'm curious, wondering what its
Yeah,
origins
man.
are.
Does Masaru know anything about it? If it was shadow magic, they might be involved in some capacity. To what extent, I don't know, but magic's kind of their thing.
Yes, but why would nanomachines be able to function with it bathed in shadow magic? Fucking, I swear to fucking God.
Frankly, I'm not sure, but grasping at straws, I think, at this point, so best we wait. Could be anyone for as far as we know, maybe a free actor, a synth that recently went astray from their programming, so
Maybe.
just keep our eyes out, I guess. See what Astral comes up with. Shots fired.
Shots fired.
Briefly take a moment in the corporate docks. If anyone comes down or if the doctor notifies...
Doesn't sound like it's coming from the arena.
Yeah. Should
We'll be back in just a moment.
one of us go check on that?
Yes, go ahead.
What direction? Understood.
I'll be along shortly.
Let's go check it out.
Understood.
Confirm modifier.
I can't tell exactly if it is coming from the arena, but it may be in the same direction.
No, it's coming from up in the red. Up in the red garden. That's where I saw shots coming from.
Shall we ascend?
On me.
With you.
Sorry, gotta go this way.
Where's that door go?
Yeah.
Still have negative sightings.
Up there. Up top.
He's like curled up in like just a ball of metal right now.
It's up.
Yep. A little ball of metal down there. Spread out, find him.
Technically, we're losing a gunsmith. Technically, I could be cool.
Where is he?
So, up to you.
Valkyrie.
Hood, still
What's Valkyrie doing? Wait, why are they using
That's a Shimetsu
That's a
weapon.
Shimetsu weapon. That can't be Valkyrie.
You got me. Here, take this. You are. I gotta get medical. Fine. I'm not fucking wasting that suit.
So much for offering help.
Those auto dots are a real fucking kick in the knackers. You want to extend level on? I could use a fucking pop up. I use this thing, but I could use more. We're pursuing us.
It appears we now know who they're after.
Looks like it.
Be alright, we gotta find him. Find him.
help.
Get my comrades if you can. Well, there's me to the clinic, I guess.
The officer wasn't entirely keen on seeing our presence here, so not entirely inclined to help at the moment. Unless you can give us some information. Who are you after?
Undercity worker steals my wanted man.
You saw.
And you have no idea what the fuck.
I don't think it's
Oh,
much of a
what?
question.
Alright, who are they then?
People not knowing what the fuck we're talking about.
Shit. I'll just try to go myself.
Told you. He dies. Okay, this guy dies. Sorry, I gotta go.
Should we keep looking then?
Keep an eye on the situation. We're not directly involved.
Alright then.
It seems they're trying to collect Mr. Colton, it looks like.
Hmm.
For what purpose? Does he have a history with Valkyrie?
You could say that. A long-standing personal history, from what I understand.
Former employer?
Along those lines. However, Mr. Colton has proven to be a very valuable asset. So, I'm not exactly too bewildered if Valkyrie fails to collect.
I see. So turn a blind eye. Got it.
Exactly. It's not our problem anyways. Valkyrie can't get upset if Shimetsu doesn't intervene.
Then should we return to the church and focus on the more pressing matter for us, at least?
Just conduct ourselves how we as before. Besides, I'm sure Valko would be lonesome to assist for Shimetsu assistance. Absolutely loathe, I should say.
Sure they will.
With an update? Oh, just Valkyrie wanting to clean up some messes and failing at it.
Right.
No, sir. They seem to have just built. Can't tell if it's back up. It's back up. But nothing. No outbursts. No.
Any word from up top?
Nothing yet, sir.
Right.
believe they may be attempting to incapacitate it, but I am uncertain.
What's that?
Have they tried electricity yet?
I'm not certain exactly which method they're attempting to approach for this, but...
I have, both these.
Miss Duskweaver?
Hmm.
I apologize, I've been ordered to keep all non-Avalon or Avalon-adjacent personnel out for the time being. Unless Agent Sloan clears you for entry.
Very well.
Hmm. I will keep this out just in case it does attempt to make any moves.
Very well.
If it does,
Leave it to your
use your
post
shield
then.
as
Do you want
a
the shield,
deploy.
Or do you want to just keep this one?
We'll
I
keep
see.
that one for now, though.
If a single nanomachine comes in contact with you, it could compromise your whole functionality entirely.
That's yours.
Hmm.
Keep yourself safe.
And I recently just gotten enough upgrades that
I saw her briefly
it would
running
be
away
quite
from the crowd
problematic
a couple
in
minutes ago, and you
multiple
know how fast
ways.
she is.
Yeah. Thank you again.
Of course. For what it's worth, Miss Duskweaver, I am of the understanding right now that not much has occurred since the time that you have departed. If anything, it seems like there was Agent Daisy and Miss Sarah were standing over it, just watching it to see if anything happened, but it seemed to be sitting there.
Then it's safe to assume that Avalon plans on containing it and making sure it does not continue on the streets as it has been.
I believe that is the current agenda, yes ma'am. Agent Sloan wishes to acquire the creature and perform research to see its origins and its capabilities, things of that nature. It's all quite unknown to us for the time being.
Very well. Just so long it's contained. Something like that is quite a dangerous threat that I do not want to see. That could compromise many things that could be vulnerable to numerous corporations.
Of course, ma'am. I believe thoroughly that Agent Sloan is taking this with the utmost of priorities to ensure its containment. That is why Astro has also been hired in to be adjacent aid in assisting with the containment of the creature.
I'm serious about the creature. Oh, it's on the move. Actually, just stick with flamethrower. If it gets too close, plasma won't be
Oh, the bird's back.
as effective.
Oh, there he is, right behind you, and you're slowly backing up. I was like a little flattered, but also worried. Bird's back. Alright.
Well, it was just sat there for a while, just sat.
Oh, is that what it did? It went dormant?
It just, just kind of sat down for a little bit. It hasn't left.
Something
I
like-
think
something
it's
like
only
that.
recently just stood back up again.
Okay, sure thing. Alright. Bird. Excuse me, Sarah wants us in there. I'm coming past you.
Did it? You said Sloan wants you in there?
Yes.
Okay, well then.
Alright.
Goon? First of all, fuck you.
Rest assured, Miss Willow, Miss Willow, your skills are very much apparent.
Well, I'm certainly not the best suited for this sort of role, but we're stretched rather thin for the moment.
Actually, I had a realization of something that might come with assistance if this thing decides to attack me.
I have been shot.
Hmm.
Sloan, there's a drone within there. Logan.
It's Valkyrie. They're looking for the person that shot at the dogs.
Don't call me a goon or anything, Tim. Excuse me? Excuse me, you started it.
I had a realization. I think maybe the full body plasma shield I had installed a few days ago. In theory, it might be able to protect myself for a time from the banana machines. Once it breaks, I won't be able to be protected for about an hour before it recharges, but hopefully it won't reach that point.
Only as a last resort. Do not engage unless absolutely forced to, that is the case.
Understood. We'll stick with original plans.
Sounded like it was out there. That direction.
Shall we?
Please be advised, damages results while the polling is relatively limited and may be not
There.
Clear.
Clear. It appears maybe the target is either on there or disengaged, potentially.
Understood.
Contacts.
Affirm. Ready when you are.
More than likely, it might be a previous target, high-value target to other relative friends.
and when you need a break, we've been there to delight your senses with a
Scarab, go up, see if you can get a higher vantage point. Anything from your view, Spectre? Scarab. Alright.
Oh yeah, it's clear up here. Just some astral is all. Some wyvern scattered around.
Roger. Rendezvous back by the church. Hold the upper level vantage point just in case anything goes bad.
Understood.
They also know I took pictures of them, I think so.
Yes.
Well, I mean, they would know that they were shooting a drone that was probably recording them as they shot it, so.
You alright?
Appreciate it.
Oh my god.
You alright?
I'm sorry, did I just see a shark of a astral?
I've got an update as far as the gunfire. It appears the target was taking out Valkyrie surveillance.
The armor, it was already eating through my armor.
Copy that. Making my way back.
Any current problems when it comes to these planets as soon as possible.
Has electricity been effective?
I understand.
Excuse me, could you repeat that?
Has electricity been effective in your experience here right now?
We've been informed for the sake of
Doing well.
securing this thing. High voltage
As well as I can
electricity and
be.
extreme heat are things
Right.
that disable such
It's
things.
so exciting today. Very fun.
So, just to let you know,
Right.
so people just shot a Valkyrie drone. I reported them to my Valkyrie contacts. And because what looks to be one of your colleagues was a part of it, now Valkyrie thinks it's a
Is the
Masaru.
situation finished then?
Because all they said back was Masaru operative, or Masaru operative part of this, whatever. Like,
Who was the person that was reporting to our current objectives?
Say that again.
He slipped through the bars and he fell towards the wasteland.
Scarab update. Infectious target has escaped in the wasteland.
Understood.
Keep an ABB to any Shimetsu and swarm units. Advise to neutralize and contain, if possible. If become a threat, neutralize.
Understood. Updating ROE.
If it managed to go down to the wasteland, assuming that it manages to survive the fall in any capacity down there, it could easily make its way through one of the lifts in order to many other places. It essentially took a metaphorical crossroads, and we don't know which path it could take.
Seems like things have died down. Rendezvous on my location, Avalon Clinic.
On the way.
Alright, but there was the cleaning crew now operating as well.
That's important.
I appreciate it. Understood.
Mr. Sloan, I would like to just inform you as far as that, given the situation, that I've advised my small and other units to either if encountered, contain and or neutralize if it becomes a threat.
Very good.
That is something I do not want to continue to be in the wild. It is far too much of a threat to
I would very much
mutual
agree.
interests.
Righty.
And unfortunately has escaped into a place where it could easily blend in quite easily.
Yes,
Or escape somewhere else entirely that where we may not have the eyes to locate it.
We at least have an idea of the sort of we at least have a description of the targets for all assets and and personnel to be aware of.
Please be advised, damaging vehicles while the polling is strictly prohibited and may be met with legal force.
We should have neutralized it when we saw it.
Couldn't agree more. But didn't know everything that we do now, so what could we have done?
Indeed. And there was a potential to get Avalon quite sore with us for interfering with something that they were looking after. Something that they failed to handle.
Best avoided, per usual.
Either way, I've seen too many dangerous machines that have been out there, been unloosed, that have damaged and hurt us and the wider Hellion far too many times.
Last thing we need is another PR stunt to sift through.
Exactly.
How should we proceed from here then? Just wait until it shows its face again, or try and stay hands off?
If it arises, deal with it as we have with the revised ROE.
Right.
But for now, just make do with our duties as they are normally.
Understood.
Remember, make sure you take off your teeth before you evaporate. That way you can drink even more.
Actually, I had to wonder. I'm sure you heard the news as far as the Union's actions in the Undercity. But just
Word
as
travel
urgent.
fast. I think it's the Union biting off more than they can chew once again. Knowing the people of the Intercity, they won't take too kindly to their forced occupation. As much as I dislike the people down there, they get what they want in more violent means than normal, so it's only a matter of time before Union gets a bit in the rear. So, just sitting back and eating the popcorn, I guess.
Precisely. We'll collaborate, as the Union wants. But in the end, if the Union fails to achieve what they want, well, all we did was simply observe.
Let them fall on their own sword. Simple as.
Please be advised, damaging strictly prohibited and may be met with lethal force.
At least it'll make for a interesting set of circumstances we can potentially take advantage of.
I'm curious to see what comes of it. All we have to do is wait.
Right.
Remember, make sure you cover up your juice before they evaporate. That way you can drink even more.
Good job as well. He chose
Just
right
doing
as
my
far
job.
squad lead.
You honor me, Dustweaver.
The honor is mine. Rather sad to see that they, with all the boasts of infrastructure, they still can't simply bring themselves to fix the tunnels that once connected the two levels.
An era now past, I suppose. Thoreau hasn't considered the relationship with the Undercity important enough to maintain that sort of contact. Or at least easily.
I'd say more so than that. Even from a overhead perspective. The Undercity has many functions that this row would be quite in trouble if that was the case. What would happen if the incinerator would either stop or go critical? It would severely damage the row itself.
I often wonder what Union plans to do differently with the Undercity. From my understanding, the inhabitants themselves were the ones that quelled the ruckus that was beneath their own feet. Not sure what
Yes.
Union plans to do differently.
Yes, indeed. Additionally, outside help as well. Although, I suppose I should be quite honored to hear that the Union was so generous to thank those that assisted. Yet, so quickly to throw out accusations like that means that we could be on control.
Very two-faced, if you ask me.
Exactly. Now that they publicly at least announced the fact the destruction of the orbital weapons platform.
Yeah.
That's likely going to lead to some level of difficulty for us in the future. Even in situations even in situations where that's putting the benefactor, the fact that it was taken down could lead to us being seen as less reliable.
Then it's quite simple. We reaffirm our stance and refocus. We are still
We
with
don't need a
that
weapons
we are still
platform
with
to
that strength.
establish control.
Exactly.
We fared just fine before its deployment. I think we will be able to maintain that stature even in its absence.
Precisely.
They seem awfully keen on our conversation. Did you hear what they said? I did not hear what they said.
I did.
So wanted to make sure you had your space for your talk. I'm ready for the materials when you're ready.
Very well. You may present them.
Okay. Would you like to come inside or you want to stay outside?
We can follow you inside.
Come on in. I've been thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go to the back for a second. Hey, I'm just grabbing something for these folks.
That's good.
If we were being advised, I'm being reassigned to a separate sector for deployment. My apologies for the short notice.
No, it is fine.
You have an investment in there.
Thank you for your assistance today, Scarab. You are free to move on the next duty.
Oh, you already.
Pleasure is mine, ma'am. Until next time.
If you checked inside the crate, 3 titanium, 1 Corpotech part, and 1 volcanium.
Yeah, enough for a rifle, basically. Yeah. Yep.
Once this one is made, we'll be ordering another one.
Did you also put in the steel necessary for a corp rifle?
Yes.
That'd be his.
Yeah, they
Okay,
had
just
that's necessary
uh,
stuff for a corp rifle in this case, so.
Just making sure. Didn't hear them say
That one's
steel,
obsessive
don't know if that was
compulsive about things. I guarantee that one put everything in that one.
just making sure. Just making sure.
If you ever want to do any operations that might help improve Scraptown as a whole, let me know.
I shall do what I can within my capacity.
Likewise. Unless, though. Safe travels. If you want a drink on your way out, let me know.
Very well then.
Hi.
I suppose a blue to go would be suffice.
Okay.
I did just get a call. I do need to dash for a moment, Mrs. Evelyn.
Go on ahead. Glass or bottle?
A bottle is fine. She pulls out her data pad or her ID thing, just her second hand.
Thank you.
Of course. I shall have this to you as expediently as possible.
Of course.
A pleasure doing business.
Would you like me to take the box?
Yes, hold this. We'll take this to the docks.
While I have the time to note this, something you should know is it is of not great importance, but I have recently had one of my new cybernetics installed, one for more general durability rather than the more specialized ones that I have currently.
Yes, I'm aware. That was on the update logs that R&D listed.
I am surprised that you managed already to see that, considering I had managed in order to do that earlier today.
Artos. Augments and upgrades to you go through me first, usually. You are my property, obviously.
You make a valid point.
Deposit that. Put that with the items over there. Good.
Getting the last of the quarantined items out. There was a robot seeking access once it was clear.
I did notice.
He is waiting. He made comments, but I'm sure they were just tonally strange. He said, if only Avalon was always so thorough. I do not know, so I have people keeping an eye out. Once it's clear, they'll alert me, and I'll remove the quarantine fully.
Very good. All seems to be in order.
Yes. I am worried about Winter, so I'm going to go find her.
He's right there. He's maintaining a watch for the doctor.
I can get there.
I take it everything's secure. As secure as it can be, I suppose.
Yes. They're at least making sure that all the problem sites are clean. But we're going to have to start a proper search for that creature tomorrow.
Yes. Search and neutralization.
Indeed.
So did it try to resist, or did it simply just...
I I would take it slipping out the window as a sign of resistance.
I meant as far as direct hostility towards Astral and or Shimetsu personnel.
As far as I'm aware, he was compliant up until he jumped out the window.
I see. Unfortunate. It chose its fate.
Indeed it did.
But I would be lying if I had ordered my men to neutralize it at the slightest bit of things. I wish I had followed through that order, and though Avalon would have much issue, I imagine.
Indeed.
You're more than aware of my stance when it comes to hostile machinery and organisms that are become too much of a threat.
A trait I would certainly hope you possess after past events.
Oh, it's quite emboldened. Something like that shouldn't exist. At least.
Indeed.
Especially as it is now, uncollared and on the loose.
That it is. Regardless, we'll find it.
Very well. And if any my task force and any Shimetsu assets find and neutralize it, we shall let you know.
You know how much I would like to work directly with you, but I have a feeling the doctor will want to say.
Of course. He is as prideful as ever.
Right. And as late as ever.
Ah, is the esteemed Dr. paying us a visit?
Supposedly, he said he'd be here in 5 minutes, and that was about 10 minutes ago.
I see.
He's a busy man.
Yes, he is. Very busy. You don't mind if Elisa and I accompany you while you wait?
Of course.
I have heard some other alarming things about him earlier. The damage he inflicted on Miss O'Dalion was quite extensive.
Do elaborate.
I heard that, well, I'm sure you saw the damage she sustained more than a few days ago, right?
Of course.
Now I'm a bit fuzzy though. Was that someone that the doctor hired, or were the doctor themselves? As far as I'm aware, he's not that physically strong.
I think you know the answer.
Please be advised, damages revolve.
I mean, it's not out of the question that he could have gotten some experimental stuff from Avalon in order to increase his potential, and at least in the physical category.
Yes, that was my... That at least is one suspicion I had.
He certainly appears to be capable, at least.
Please be advised,
is capable. Though, one has to wonder to what length. I'm sure he's still willing to go to great lengths to achieve what he needs, even at the stops he's achieved.
Most likely. Roger that, sir. We are primed and ready.
New security asset.
Agent Sim.
New security asset.
Something like that.
I wasn't aware. Avalon seems to be growing more and more each day.
Are you sure you wish to be here?
I am simply observing, nothing more.
Understood.
Hey, what's up?
Hofstein.
That's cool.
In this location for a few weeks, and suddenly the slums become worse. Explain this to me. What is happening down here? Why are all the corporations in a buzz?
Well, I cannot speak as to the other corporations' intentions, but things have been under control.
And this mercury leak I brought one of our cable crews with. Has everything been ascertained properly?
Many of these sites of distress are currently being cleaned, church being one of them, but I believe this would be a conversation best within clinic doors.
For a moment then. When you get the moment, take this one to wherever the locations are and have him begin cleaning immediately.
In that case, he could head straight that direction, through both of the doors. There should be a team there that you can meet up with.
The team is probably at the ATMs over there. The church has already been fully cleaned.
Thank you very much. Like this one way then.
Okay, day, Dr. Hostine.
So cool. Shimatsu, huh?
Yoga? What does it take to get into that program? Well, especially with weaponry like that. Must be good. Here, both melee, right? But those fists. Plus the gun, of course, you have to be a good shot. Then again, that helmet probably helps. Probably has a lot of tracking. Good sensors. This is your work, right?
Yes, the yokai is one of ours.
Right. How expensive is that? Because I figured it would
Please do not mess with our guard at the door. That's all I ask. You are being monitored.
Yes, you'll get the yokai to entertain no such notions from you. 'Tis a programmed, calculated, and efficient machine. Efficient cyborg.
Cyborg? I mean, I figured one way or the other, but not both. Interesting. Okay, that answers that question then. Do they do melee stuff, like with swords?
The yokai is equipped with combat training and protocols from before and after the volunteers are taken in.
Oh, volunteer program, I see.
Yes.
I don't think I could see me doing that. Because the technology and magic, they seem to conflict.
Yes, you would be inadequate for the yokai program.
I don't think I would want to anyway. Like I said, more interested in what this has to offer. And this. Oh yeah, actually, for that matter, you know about this. What more do you know about it? Runes and magical weaponry.
I know a little bit. If you wish to follow me.
Okay. Well,
Out of character real quick, I got a low battery warning on my headset, so if I dip out,
you're good.
that's
You're
why.
good.
You're good.
As far as the ruin itself. Also, quick update. Double check. The rune was unique, but kind of like Sorry, I have a brain fart. Exactly what it was. Did you? You didn't send me a DM, so I forgot.
Oh. Yes, it is. Here, let me whisper. It is definitely unique in origin, but it's definitely lightning or more specific.
All right, unique origin, lightning based, and what was that again? Anything else?
Let's see. I mean, definitely, probably, let's say, earthling. I mean, literally Japanese, let's say. So it's definitely unique in origin. Definitely a human based. Hold on, radio.
You're good.
So yeah, like Earth origin, Japanese specifically, human of course because of that. Old then, well, an old language.
Okay.
Because obviously magic would have been. I don't think that magic was on Earth at all.
Yeah, I could definitely say like it nebulous enough, or like it's like, or at least
it's
like
different. Essentially, it's different from magic as it's commonly taught. It seems to have been, let's say, developed on its own, in a sense, like its own study. Whether or not you know about that specifically, this is, say the people specifically that she is related to is from row 4 in...
Right, row 4, right, yeah.
So
yeah.
whether-
You said that, yeah, there would be that some adjacent Shimetsu-related things. Right. Okay.
So, if, let's say, if Lilith were to follow up on that...
Yeah, which she probably did.
Would she have?
Yeah, which she would have.
I'd say that's probably easy enough to answer for Shimetsu. Essentially, there was a group in row 4, the crime family, that this was a blade known to be carried by the head of that family, but that family has since
kind of
splintered or been wiped out or otherwise
dissolved a
there was
bit
some
as far
sort
as the
of
whole bulk,
corporate-
basically. Yeah.
There was some sort of corporate action that split them apart.
Alright, cool. Gotcha. May I see the blade again?
Oh, yeah, sure. It didn't always look like this, like I said. It sort of changed recently. Let's see. It happened a little after my visit to the Undercity a few days ago. I was a couple of shrines, I forget. It was the Fire Shrine and the Air Shrine. I don't think I saw any other shrines I am aware of. But particularly at the Air Shrine, I do remember, there was this woman who was like, I said, usually if you take stuff at the shrine, because I was collecting crystals, it's like, you need to give an offering is usually important to you. And I was like, well, I don't have much to offer. I mean, everything I have is technology, and I don't think speak technology. So I was like, yes, of course. Let me just offer my blood. And that's what I did with this blade. No. I was well, everything felt numb, so not numb, but like a buzzing sensation I had.
You offered your blood, I see. Interesting. Well, I do actually know a bit about this. Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of grab it real quick. You can dispawn it, so I'll just pan him up. I'm holding it. I thought this looked a little familiar, so I'll do some checking up on it. The rune itself is a rather old date. An old writing that was... I've seen quite a bit, something that is... I guess you could say... a bit easier to come by given my connections.
But wait, that's confusing. That blade is familiar to you?
Yes, it is, actually.
Because, it didn't look like that originally when I had it. It only started looking like that, like maybe...
Before I say anything else, where did you acquire this blade?
I've had it since as long as I can remember.
And where was that?
Well, you see, I don't really remember. So,
Well, this blade actually has a bit of a reputation.
okay, really? Because I definitely want to know that.
Okay. You could say that we've had a bit of a connection with this one. It's a weapon that used to belong to a gang, or closer to a yakuza, a crime family. We had a bit of a mutual accord for a bit in row 4. Up until recently, that is. There's a bit of a splinter going for it.
Mushroom cap.
Well, there was a bit of action that needed to happen. We had a bit of an agreement for a while, but circumstances, I guess, happened that had to be intervened. The group itself splintered, fell upon itself. This was the blade of the former leader. No, I'm surprised it really would turn up just like that. I'll just check it out.
Cash grenade.
We should probably look at that.
Let's just say the funny little gorilla guy is having fun over there farting.
Gorilla guy. Oh, that gorilla guy. Wait a minute, I think I know that one. That's from China, right? I think I've seen shows with him. Dennis. This looks like fun.
Yeah, I just got let off my contract, so this
Let me just snap,
is good
snap.
timing.
Are we still on target?
I just finished my job.
Where are the
So what is this? Avalon and Trouble.
We should not be. Yeah, we feel like we should not be here again, not get hit by the spray and save ourselves.
Miss Lilith, what is the situation? Do you need assistance?
Let me see.
It doesn't appear to be something we need to intervene in yet. This seems they have a beef between Avalon and Trident.
Oh, Avalon and Trident.
No, it's just corp on corp, like, shit
I have no calls really, Dr. Hofstein.
Hey, Mel. What is it?
Oh, there goes good.
It's out of the
Should we
room, so should we go somewhere else, or should we?
I was going to say, I feel like it would be the best option to not be within line of sight of all these things. Would you want to move somewhere else, madam?
Might be the best advisory. I'm staying out of this fight. 'Tis not my fight itself.
It's not your corporation, I understand the whole talk, so let's...
Not my fight.
Yep, not my corp, not my fight.
We are here for Dennis.
Who the fuck is Dennis?
In need of assistance.
That is the gorilla that was attacking the yokai.
Oh.
Trident stuff.
We're here for Dennis, that's
Oh,
all.
he was a great trident stuff.
Damn it, don't shoot! You
Arms down on the
piece of
ground. Arms
shit.
down on the ground.
Only need Dennis.
Alright.
On knees on the ground.
Just confirming Dennis's condition.
Confirm it.
Dennis.
Oh, hey.
How's it going?
Just be careful there.
Is everyone in need of assistance?
You might not want to be in the costume.
Well, this was interesting. The firefight between Trident and Avalon, with Mr. Hofsteiner in the middle of it all.
Dennis is dead right there. They killed him.
Exactly.
Did he hit someone? They hit Hofstein. Yeah. Dennis hit Hofstein.
I would have done the same thing, to be honest.
They had a club.
Well, I kind of foreseen that happening. I was hoping that Yokai would just stand in the way of the person. They still make the again to go make the call. I know how expensive that thing is.
Someone always looks at me very mad. It's not gonna kill me.
I'm making a call.
Did you see if he's still there?
No. I'm gonna see if they can.
Well, Brian's not gonna be happy, but they'll figure that out.
Miss O'Dolly is
I stuck around to see if
mechanic. I was like, take a look at her. She took some damage.
He's one of these. Either way.
Let me at least get the patch kit. Me too. Oh shit, he's smart. Okay.
I'm getting a quick patch, then I will be operational for your time.
Alright.
There's a lot more over there now.
Oh. We should probably move out of the way before.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That was another cool thing.
There are exfils at the top of the building. We can remain in position. We are safe. Do not approach the yokai.
Recommend putting guns down.
Understood.
You need to be, fire into a clinic.
We just want the body first.
One side has to put the guns down first. Just say.
We're just getting the body, that's all we want.
Just getting the body.
Shields up on the doorway.
On to us, this way.
We're just here for the body. All we want is the body.
They're just getting the body. Should we blow it up? No, well, the body should be... Did they take the body in there?
It isn't here. and then we have not been told otherwise. If they're in the front, if the body's right here, then we're just gonna get it out of here.
I saw it is on the ground.
Your gorilla's right here. It's right here.
Okay. We are here just for the body, like we've been saying. Everybody move out. We have our bodies. Go.
Okay.
It will leave you be if you leave it be.
Please be advised, damages from both while deploying is strictly prohibited and may be met with lethal force.
This has been hectic.
Are you in need of any mechanical or medical attention?
Darren, give me a quick patch. I need to go make sure the doctor is not yelling at it.
Your ship is still docked, so there's a chance he is still here.
He is heading to it now.
I'm half tempted to talk to him, but
I'm half tempted to do the same.
Considering how pissed he is and the order to kill came in that easily, I wouldn't recommend it.
Best to leave sleeping dogs lie. Although this dog doesn't seem very sleepy.
No, not at all.
Good luck getting close enough to do that.
I mean, I was close enough once before, so I'm sure I could do it again.
I'm sure you could. On a completely unrelated note, what would you like written on your tombstone when you do attempt to do that and fail?
Oh, welcome to the Howling Dark.
I see.
Ill-advised concern he is armed with the latest generation HCM.
Oh. That's interesting.
Yes, the yokai is our product.
I feel like it's very close, but
I've worked with them
stupid in
before.
one spot. Either it's up high, nearby.
Really now?
You've worked with a yokai.
Yes, once before. It was during the time that I was close enough to Hofstein. You see, I was working with Avalon on one particular investigation, and then he was like, you two, and it was two yokai, or one yokai and then one guard or whatever, and then he was like, go with him, and I was like, oh really? That's cool. That was fun.
Then I should at least inform you that your chances of winning in a combat against a yokai are slim to none.
Oh no, slim. Absolutely, I agree. No, the yokai absolutely did not take a fight.
Saying slim to none implies he has a chance of even winning. I think it'd be better to say there's a slim chance of him surviving.
Time to do that. You could probably ring the doorbell.
And I've survived worse before.
Sounds good.
You clearly haven't engaged the yokai then.
Please be advised, damages from both while deploying is strictly prohibited and may be met with lethal force.
Sounds like more fire somewhere.
Yes, it does.
Damages from both while deploying is strictly prohibited and may be met with lethal force.
Right. The winter's up
I
there?
need a word with you two.
Right now? Right now, okay.
Alright.
Guess I'll go meet up.
This way guzzle up your juice before they evaporate. That way you can drink even more. Please be advised, damaging 3 volts while the polling is strictly prohibited.
I meant to do that.
You made it. Don't worry,
Yeah.
you made it. It's alright. You made it. We're good.
Totally made it.
Good job, ma'am. Good job.
Thank you.
Excellent job, Miss Favor.
I know, I'm perfect.
Interesting scenario. What the hell was that?
Good question.
From what I can ascertain, that gorilla laid hands on one Dr. Hofstein. Alleged him and able to start open fire and ordered his security detachment to retaliate against the gorilla and his... I guess his... escort. They responded in force, failing miserably, of course, throwing men at an obstacle they couldn't defeat.
Do you plan to cross this Dr. Hofstein at all? Throw blades his direction.
I have been poking my head and weaving things towards that objective. If I could see fit. But I need to be careful. Hofstein is... He's still a man, but wields much authority and power. Not one that's easily crossed.
From what I witnessed, he's not just a good man with power. I saw him flash. For a moment, lightning overtook his position, and then he was gone. I would be very careful with your next encounter against him.
Really?
That explains the damage sustained to one of the Avalon employees.
Indeed it does. I can't speak on more of it for now. You probably know more than I do. But he seems to be very efficient with lightning. So start wearing copper armor.
I should keep that in mind. I don't intentionally want to directly engage him if I can. However, if I can leverage my way into some advantage to make my position a little bit easier, that's my best course of action. But if I have to prepare for an actual engagement with him, should it come to that, that is good to know at least.
If you wield lightning,
do what you can.
More so that... I suppose his aspirations may not be a direct threat to me, but... he is a man that does raise a potential threat, so I have to keep my options open.
Of course, madam. It seems that there is some other business happening at the Diamond. I should probably be there to attend it.
Thank you, Mr. Hopper.
Of course, ma'am.
Please be advised, damaging freehold while the calling is strictly prohibited and may be met with legal force.
There must be some.
Simply one of my many assets that I have in my hands.
I apologize, Miss Setsweeger. For some reason, I got. It's probably nothing. My detector, my scans must be getting them confused with something else.
Mayhaps. He's an associate, a mercenary I've known for a time who has been useful to me in the past.
I see.
I see your brother has kept himself scarce since things.
Yeah, he just left.
Back down to Scrap Town.
I don't know for sure.
Well, looks like Colton wasn't exaggerating as far as them going after him.
The only problem is Valkyrie was scanning my face.
You have an issue with Valkyrie?
No, it's my brother. And Valkyrie has also kept shooting up Scrap Town multiple times, and I've been in that location. After the bandit thing happened, I was assisting in healing, and when Specs came along, they threatened to kill her and other people, so I threatened back.
I see. Well, do make sure. I do hope the best for Mr. Colton then.
I'll make sure he stays alive.
Indeed, he has proven to be quite helpful in the past. And if Valkyrie should be curious, well, he just got away.
Yeah. The Valkyrie seems to be making enemies. I heard Masaru and Avalon started fighting them.
A bit, yes. And a recent addition, I suppose, Trident.
Heard that.
Private conversation or?
No,
No,
just
not really.
action.
But yes, suffice to say, as the doctor's, making some rather bold moves. I'm sure he's not the big. I'm sure some corporations and individuals with others are not a big fan of him at this point.
I was scanning everyone. Trash it out for me.
Synthetic.
The bots.
Yes.
The drones. They've been scanning people individually when they're flying by, checking what they're doing.
I would advise just be cautious, but I wouldn't directly open fire at one, unless you want to get the scope narrowed in on you even further.
The unfortunate part is Colin already fired upon 3.
Yes, I heard. One of them was a Valkyrie asset.
All 3 were Valkyrie assets.
I suppose it doesn't make his case any worse more than it is.
Doesn't help that. He didn't kill one of another person from Valkyrie, probably higher up at one point.
I
don't know if
see.
they recovered the body. They have a missing ship.
That they do. That's not good either. The loss of a squad. The loss of... well... from the sounds, the loss of a... Cure F operative. And a very inexpensive piece of equipment.
Yep.
Not exactly the best look in terms of optics. Nor do I expect Valkyrie to stop at this point.
No. I suspect someone else on the other end's looking for him directly.
Quite.
Some people doing firearms training.
They're not gonna stop until someone's dead. I know they're targeting me. Unfortunately.
So they have identified your connection to Colton then?
Yes. It's fairly obvious. I hang out with him in my own apartment. Like, he lives with me.
Indeed, and so you have a bit of a problem then. I suggest you to lay low then as much as you can.
Well, probably plan on doing something about my appearance.
It would be a good idea.
Do you have any ideas? I'm open to it. I'm not great with dyeing hair.
That's okay?
I do know there are some natural means and some unnatural means that could help.
I'm aware there's magical means.
Yes, I am aware of certain aspects of that. Let's just say I'm a little versed when it comes to magic.
It would help. But that's only if Colton trusts you.
I shall leave that to him then. After all, he's been quite useful and helpful to me. So I feel that has been a rather beneficial relationship. So I shall leave that up to him then.
If you're ever around Undercity, you need healing. I can help with that.
I should keep that in mind then. Looks like Sloan went back upstairs, it seems.
Yeah. I'm not around. I think I want to pick up something here, so wait a little bit.
I'm gonna inquire him about the details about things later then. Do take care.
You as well.
Chicken robot, why do you exist?
Why not?
Why does anyone exist?
Aren't you there?
Okay, so they sound
Not sure about that one, but again, I'm not sure about the fact that we just have random synthetics just kind of running around with gear in itself. So,
are these guns bolted to the chassis? Like, is that how this works? Okay. So they're weaponized drones of some kind.
Yes.
Lilith!
Blow up?
Blow up.
Should we take care of this before it becomes a problem, or should we wait till someone pays us?
Knowing our line of work, wait till somebody else pays us.
Okay.
I mean, the best thing we can do is just inform people. That's for free.
They don't really. I don't know if they're a threat, so I don't know who to.
I don't recognize that model.
They're not threatening anybody.
Of course, you charge.
Either way, if the nuisance impose a problem, put him down.
Is that you hiring us?
That seemed to be a grenade.
Thank you.
What, did you just pull it? I heard it click.
Yeah, you primed it. You clicked it. Yeah, I heard it click.
Nothing happening.
You might have to drop it first.
Yeah, I think you drop it.
Ah, shoot!
No, it's electricity. It'll charge you. Just stay near it.
Oh, okay.
We'll just back up because it doesn't charge us.
Anything happen?
Did it not? Wait,
Did it not blow up? Do you let go of it?
I think
Like,
it faced to the ground.
did it face the ground? Okay.
Oh no, they have it. It's in there. I think they pocketed it.
Oh, they did pocket it.
No longer blow up. Safe.
Inert.
That's a dud.
Charging.
No blow up.
Are you fucking carrying? Are you serious? Are you carrying duds around?
It wasn't a dud. I promise you. I will fucking show you.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, no, that's active.
Okay, are we good? Are we done exploring? Very good. We good? I'm blowing up.
Carry around duds.
Can you like do me a favor, remove that helmet for a moment?
I told you I don't carry duds.
I saw the thing you do is to fucking trigger it in the middle of the street, you fucking idiot!
What part of your mind thought it was a good fucking idea in order to detonate
What's your profanity? This is my teammate, this is my issue, you back the fuck up. Now listen to me, you troglodyte. If you do this shit one more time, and people get injured, I'm going to put my foot that I've recently put a new set of equipment onto so far up there that Astro needs to remove it. Don't do something like that.
I thought that the plan was, what I was trying to do was clear.
You don't know shit, it is clear, but why are you doing it in the middle of the street?
Because I had told people to back up and that I didn't know how to get them to go anywhere else.
Let me make this perfectly clear. You are allowed to resign.
I am... Today I've seen a new side of you. A side that I never thought I'd see. A side that is...
I hope you have something more.
Surprisingly goofy to the point where it's idiocy.
Ever been to the arena?
Yeah.
Find somewhere private?
Okay.
Corp docs would be one
And now you don't need to... You don't need to fucking tase him. Wait, okay, that's it. I'm confiscating this.
Are you really gonna attack? Are you really gonna attack one of your fire team members with your blade
Alright,
too?
we need to have a team huddle. Alright, I'm pulling you both here. Come with me, both of you. We're going over here. We don't need to have this happening in public.
Daisy, it seems like you have two reckless children. You need to be taught.
I do not need to have back talk like this. I think you need to focus on other things right now. Come with me.
And these are the people we trust to do some of our missions. If I didn't see their work in action, I'd believe they were incompetent.
At the very least, Daisy has a stable head on them.
Sorry about that. We have a Geb representative over at the Diamond talking about business involving your talk. You want to get involved?
Very well.
Right there in the back.
Very well.
What is the current upcoming events with the Dirty Diamond here? I'm both Weaver.
Pleasure once more.
A pleasure. Shall I?
Oh, please. I was just about to discuss the next ongoing ideal event, actually. And well, this could have some inclusion. If you don't mind, of course. Would you like for it to be private?
That is perfectly fine. I've already discussed my contribution, so I do not need to reveal that.
Overall, amongst things, though, This is the one that I had to conjure about the contract about.
They are a present representative of the fine company Shimizu. I have done dealings with them before, and quite frankly, I find them very easy to work with.
Likewise as well.
I'm sure they've elaborated their idea. Go ahead.
Oh, apologies. But yes, the Shimizu defense contract. I'd like to push that over away, and then I've given some sense of permission. At least, if this discussion should prove well. The next upcoming events and such as that, if I may actually include a little bit about it, since the defense would come into play.
It'd be a fantastic trial by fire.
Fantastic. There's several places in which we have not had our actual hands on yet. The row is fantastically great, but if expansion calls for it, we must also divide our attentions to elsewhere for us future success. The Undercity and Scraptown being huge contributors to this. The car wash here did fantastic in numbers, but would also send aid to other locations for wonderful publicity. If we are to put our publicity to use, we must also send out our means to other places. I'm thinking about a joint cooperation that I've already been given permission by to Scraptown, and maybe eventually seeding into the Undercity a little bit, providing a bit more entertainment there for a special event that might push some numbers forward. A mix between car washes is okay, but what about large-scale festival-like events? The Undercity has quite the setting for it, and a few locations that I think would be perfect in the future. Scraptown itself already has a lot of in-need vehicles and need of services, as well as people who would appreciate, I think, a decorum of showing between the lovely entertainers here. For both events, I would like to make sure that security is tight-knit, especially with other people may come into play. And not to mention any pushes that we made could also show good representatives as to who helped provided such efforts.
If you don't mind, I need to make a comment here. Unfortunately, when it does come to certain venues such as the Wasteland, there is restrictions on the products that we can actually provide. Naturally, we do provide them the standard flavor of GebCube. However, we've been prohibited to provide them the more limited range, though we do have contracts with their krill farmers. If you wanted to provide ongoing additional flavors.
It would be wonderful and lovely, but for the Undercity, it doesn't have much in the venues in terms of tropical likeness. I think the best ideas for us is to host a joint event with the Undercity at some point that would make a more festive mood for pushing further product. Not to mention, I do have a couple of more further ideas that I want to discuss with my other members here, but in order for me to actually plan out future large-scale events, I would first need, of course, insurance to assure that further events from other corporations aren't presented against us. I hate being interfered with in terms of that sort of development. It makes a bit of a bottleneck for us. It stalls involvement.
It does wound me that you are suggesting the Geb name is not enough security. However, I completely understand when it comes to insurance. Moving forward, it would definitely be worthwhile for you to have more than your capable bodies, at least potentially better armed.
I also don't want to make any, I also don't want to make this unclear as well. Geb is the reason that we have this place, and it is the defining reason as to why we're capable of doing such things. I simply want to do my part in also expanding its further name.
Do you have anything to add, Madame Duskweaver?
More to the least I can at least say assurance that to the should we agree to a security contract, I can put forward with the best quality equipment and gear that we can provide, and should the need arise, potentially as a sufficient security additional as well. Now I can't promise anything beyond anything to the terms of the yokai program. That is a bit of a stretch, but I can assure that Shimetsu forces are quite well trained.
Very appreciated as well. In the future times, things have been known to be occasionally dangerous. This place exists to bring people away from that, to ease their minds, burdens, as well as provide a sense of comfort for people. The more that they want to sink into this sort of retreat, the more that we'll be able to capable of doing for them in the future.
Why is she running a PR spiel here?
Well, that's mostly because my sense of advertisement is going to go into all three categories: privacy, safety, and entertainment. Fields that I think would be beneficial for selling any kind of product in the future.
Agreed. A venue that showcases the effectiveness of a product or force can easily
will begin in 30 minutes, and curfew will be in effect. For your safety, please return to your homes. Thank you.
Anyways. Yes, I do believe a avenue or venue that can show sufficient exposure and the effectiveness of a product or workforce, or security in this case, can be a very powerful and effective way of selling things that can be quite beneficial to a corporation. Especially if they expand their avenues on multiple fronts.
Benefit for all parties involved.
You do understand that this is more of a trial for your sake. If it does fail, it will be your failure.
As such is my responsibility. I'm the one who asked for this. I'm the one who set it up. I should be the one to take the responsibility and the weight of it.
I recommend at least to acknowledge that then.
If expansion takes risks for myself, then it's one that I'm gladly willing to take upon.
And if you know it's a financial risk that you can afford to take as well.
I do believe that means I can shake your hand and say, congratulations, you are allowed by Geb to take on their security contract. I look forward to discussing further the projects that we have been working on.
Of course. I look forward to continuing our business together for this and any future endeavors to come.
Madam Duskweaver, there
Very
is
well.
a sorrow man with a beard asking about your aesthetic. I believe he is up front.
Apologies, but if that concludes business, I guess I should take care of that.
An effective use of time.
Thank you. Was a very beneficial meeting. Of course.
touch the stuff anymore.
Oh, of course.
I prefer to huff ether.
Oh, yes.
I need to check your synthetics logs. I understand that it was on a sensitive Masaru-based mission with an employee of mine, and I need to ensure that any data it collected is not sensitive. If you wish to do the checking, you're free to do so yourself, but I cannot let sensitive information be disseminated, especially not through synthetics such as this.
Very well, if you allow me then.
Alright.
Artos. I need
Already
direct
giving you
access to your
access.
code.
You should already have access.
Filter locks?
We're not quite open yet at the moment. You'll have to wait
Alright.
outside for the
I need
meantime.
that. He's pointing at basically when you went down with Lou and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I need all of that.
Say that again.
And I need it, and then I need it encrypted so that it cannot be accessed by you again in the future.
Very well then.
We will let the public know.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you very much, Mr. Squeaver.
Home for tonight, so. Or the sweep of
Actually, no, she's doing her
I
second
understand
hand.
you were also, yeah, I understand you were also instrumental in the protection of this city. Thank you. You have a word it will not happen again.
Of course.
If you would like a drink, you're free to do so. You're off the clock.
Some people are wishing to leave.
Great, okay. Good luck returning.
Evelyn, we have a customer who needs a room tonight.
Very well. We shall provide one.
Are you going to clear the way? Thank you.
That one.
I see. Understood. You would like a room for the night?
That is correct. How much is this going to cost me?
You wanting a drink? You can whip one up.
Wallflower, didn't you cover over the credits for which the rooms cost? How much was a room?
150 a night.
150, please.
I guess. Is it 40?
Please, do come on in.
I swear the astral agents just keep getting smaller.
They definitely are quite varied, to be sure.
Don't worry about the credits. You can pay it next time you come in.
Of course.
Sure.
If you want to walk down to the kiosk, you can.
Well, I feel it only respectful to do so.
I'll keep watch over the door.
Well, it does appear that we may have more future businesses together.
Very likely, Miss Duskweaver.
Indeed, you have a very shrewd employer.
So I've come to notice. She's very influential.
Quite. So I do feel... it seems like we'll be in more consistent contact, it seems, than anticipated.
All the better for business.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be ending the session at 10 minutes past the hour. Go ahead and let's begin wrapping up scenes now. Thank you very much.
Mr. Squeaver, I do believe it's that time we should get going. Sweepos might be arriving, momentarily.
Go ahead, Amia, she'll catch up.
Understood.
Damnable droids. The young girl, Wallflower, white hair. She has PTS. Just be wary of her.
You guys are open, correct?
Yes, I'm aware.
We are, if you need rooms.
Not drinks.
Drinks are available as well, just downstairs.
Evelyn's still available?
Downstairs, if you wish to speak to her.
Don't mind me then.
Of course. Enjoy your time, Daisy. And the rest of you.
Do we know each other?
No. No, I don't believe so, but your name gets thrown about in the streets quite often.
You're a pretty prominent astro figure.
Okay, no need to bother me up, Duskweaver. I appreciate it.
Yes, I'm aware. I've seen her break down mentally a couple times.
I've seen some soldiers get that before. It's not pretty. It's hard to get rid of. Without the proper medication and therapy sessions.
Quite. If it doesn't break you, you become a hollow husk of yourself.
Do you believe her to be a valuable asset?
I think she has promise. However, it's a risk if not handled correctly.
I agree. Wallflower?
Lilith's taken over for the night. Going to the master room.
Enjoy your rest then.
My bad.
Sure. Why not?
Your security, I'm guessing?
It's been a long time.
I am.
Probably.
You wanted to take
You're
it
fine.
Alright.
No issues tonight. No need for a cold protocol. The minute someone starts acting up.
I know you better than anyone knowing what needs to be done.
I can make the attempt to retrofit her. I can't cure her PTS, but I can sharpen her up like a blade. That is, if you wish.
Try to make some. Because, at this rate, the way she's going, she's more than likely going to crumble in up herself and become a liability.
Of course. I will make sure that she does not dull or begin to rust.
You've trained many from cold steel to hot tempered blades.
I've been alive, perhaps a little too long for a soldier. I'm starting to see what the slumber life is like, and I'm not so sure I will survive. I have to.
It's not the life I intended for you. But I'm happy that you were able to live on.
With all due respect, madam, it was either this life or become a machine for somebody else. That's not a life I'd want to live either. Of the two, this is the better alternative.
Yes. If you had become one of those machines, it would have been by my hand that I would have ended it.
I would only accept yours. The Sweepos are coming, madam. I think it's time you
You're right. As much as I would like to remain, you're correct. I'll see you around.
You can always run to the room if you need to talk.
I'll keep that in mind. Take care.
Have a good night, Miss Dustweaver.
I'll see you around, Sloan.
She's not with us anymore.
We have a lot of work. Oh man, I hate my fucking job, dude. Anyways, I'm gonna go.
Yes. Shoot the motherfucker. Kill him. He ruined your scenes. Murder him. Can I have it? You're on my way. Damn it. Hang on. I got an idea.
That happens. Yeah, it's fine. He's gonna stay behind anyway.
That's fine. Look at it. It finally happened. I finally have it.
Yeah, you
I
finally
can do
did.
shit.
Yeah, you got it. Good job.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for making this fucking season so fucking cool. This one was a little bit less, you know, big set piece, but I hope the tension was there as we set up things for next season, which we are definitely going to be planning and getting ready and doing things and moving into that direction. Next week is our short epilogue. We're probably not going to do a full 4 hours, but we are going to open up all 3 maps so that you guys can move between and talk to everybody together. There won't be a whole lot of rolls. There won't be a whole lot of gathering. Please don't shoot anybody during that time. This is just so that we can, like, finish things off, you know, tie a nice little bow on everything. Thank you so much for helping me out. We could not do any of this without all of you guys helping us.
Oh
along
yeah,
the way.
yeah. This is
Yeah,
this
I can
is
absolutely.
NDA.
Someone shoot
I'm
this
so
man.
sorry.
Someone
I'm so
shoot
sorry
this
about
man.
that.
And that being said, I do want to take
Yeah,
a minute to
season
just say
4 is getting there. It's getting there, dude.
This project, we want it to keep going, but it needs staff, and it's going to need leaders in the coming days. There's a couple people that I've noticed that do have some potential, but I want you guys all to think about who might also have potential. I cannot do this forever. I am not going to leave, but I am not going to leave your ship sinking in the wind. At the end of this season, I will be cleaning up the staff. Get out of my way. Let me have this one moment. I gave you all scenes. So yeah, start looking among yourselves. See who might be great leaders. See who might make good staff. See who might make good GMs. We're going to be cleaning up the Discord, trying to get it into order so that the people that come after don't have a mess, because it's a mess. We've made some messes. We've all made some messes along the way, and we don't want to leave anybody. Yeah, it is a mess, but we want to leave it as clean as possible. Thank you. I love you all. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna answer real quick. Yeah, well, hope you guys have a good one there. Sorry I wasn't too attentive with the chat, but hey, thank you. You guys take care. Oh wait, wait for Sue, like, I mean, it's been 3 years, FaZe. Like, it's, 3 years since season 3 ended. And 3.5 was like... Trust me, as, I can definitely say, as a member of ND staff, ND official staff, there's a lot under the oven that we're cooking really good. There's a lot that's going on, and we definitely have been releasing updates as much as we can. But I can definitely say for sure that we're definitely trucking and cooking for season 4. With no dates, obviously. We're not gonna put out a date or something like that, but we're in a really good spot. Yeah, I'll see you around. Yeah, we'll definitely see you around, and hopefully sooner than later as well, you will be able to tune in on Fridays when ND starts up again. I hope so. Trust me, Face. Trust me. As someone at staff, I hope more than you imagine that it was worth the wait. I wouldn't be around here if I didn't think it was worth it. So, I hope you enjoy what comes around the corner when it happens. But with that, I'm gonna be yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna be closing up the stream here. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for tuning in. Probably gonna do epilogue stuff tomorrow, and yeah, that's NDA Season 3. Or NDA Season 4, sorry. But good night.